Welcome to the Trophyz Medalz podcast, where we discuss sports, fashion, music, and entertainment. Where trophies are temporary and medals are forever. What side are you on? Welcome back to the Trophyz Medalz podcast. It's your boy Batman with the Ebbtide crew. We got Tony Love, Ebbtide King, and Raheem Goodell with the S curl. What's good, fellas?
Doing all right,
good, man.
All right, got a few things to cover this week. Of course, we're gonna go over the NFL games today that happened so far. The potential Houston Rockets blow up. We also going to discuss the topic we talked about earlier this week as far as Hall of Fame worthiness / Hall of Fame reform, little baseball and more, and then Ice Cube as well. First thing first, shoe game. We was talking about this. I'm pretty sure y'all heard us say this before. Ebbtide King has a vast collection of shoes.
Thank you to the COVID. I appreciate it.
The one thing that came up.
That's a red flag for women when his shoe game is better than yours.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Oh, yeah,
better or more volume of shoes.
Yeah, that's about the same. Yeah, either or.
Hey man, don't be talking about his tattoo on his tummy.
Well, I'm a red flag like a motherfucker. I missed out on my phone pies on Thursday. I was pissed off like a mug. So now, man, it is what it is. I try to get them all black phone pies, but it didn't work into my favor. So I'm gonna just go now to my I'm gonna wait. Probably next month I'm gonna go cop the Timbos.
Yeah, man, I have no luck with the trying to get no release dates. I forgot something came out 2 weeks ago and I tried it, and that bitch just spinning, talking about you in line or whatever it says when you
right. Exactly, that's what it definitely tells you. You got to just keep waiting and stuff, and then when it do pop up, you try to click on it, it freezes on your ass again.
Yep.
So yeah, so that's how I don't know. I guess I lucked up a few times, so I'm pretty cool though. But yeah.
Those Timbs, those are new. That one of y'all posted. Those Timbs.
Yeah, it was on my IG feed. And I thought they looked nice, so I kicked it up to y'all.
Yeah, I'm about to give me.
I'm keeping my 2 cents to myself on that one. I'm just traditional Timbs. All rest Timbs are just fake. It's fuck to me. It's all about the constructions. If they ain't the traditional constructions, I don't care. I can keep that other shit. That is how I'm just traditional. You know, I'm bougie.
I did order the caramel ones.
You did the traditional construction joints. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna cop those too. That's the one I'm doing next. Is just the traditional constructions. I haven't had the actual traditional constructions. I've had a few of the more the darker browns and leather ones, but there was a tradition. Still was the actual traditional Timbs, but this year I'm gonna actually go with the wheats. So I'm gonna just go that route this year. I was thinking about going all black, but I said, I'm gonna just do the wheats and call it a day.
Yeah, I got the traditional. Then I had the leather brown ones, and a few years ago, my sister-in-law got me the combat type Timbs.
That's higher up.
Like the one the cloth at the top. It's like a fabric material.
Yeah.
I got some real ones. I could grab some. There's two or three pair of things I got now.
Yeah, I could probably count on both hands how many times I wore them. They still look, pretty much brand new.
I mean, Timbs can last you a minute though. If you take care of them, like I said, the only thing about the wheat is that you got to worry about not scuffing them.
I get the hey man, they have gotten better with the sprays now. So you're good out here with the sprays. You got to invest. But it is easier to keep them clean these days.
Yeah.
And stuff. Of course, you're only gonna wear them when you're going to place. You're just going out, play where you know you're gonna go nowhere and get them scuffed anyway. But yeah, you still got to tread lightly though. But
Yeah.
overall, they'll be on point.
Yeah, Don Cheadle was on Decent Merrill with some blue Tims that he had since '98. They thought they was brand new. He's like, nah, I keep these
On point.
nice and fresh. Yeah.
Remember Harris? Harris had rocked some Timbs recently. What's the name?
Yeah.
Joe Biden. Joe Biden's running mate.
Oh,
Yeah,
she sure did.
Yeah, but they wasn't a
sure
traditional giant. But like,
We talked about that before, or maybe me and you. But yeah, I did see that.
Timbs
Yeah,
go
she
down.
tried, but she didn't have the right ones. But she tried. I give her a C- for effort.
Hey, I say girls look good in Timbs, bro.
Oh no,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
As long as she's not wearing a size 13, it's good.
Well, yeah, we need her. We need her. Basically, you would prefer her to be 7 and under, like you to feel all right.
We don't need to be
That's
wearing
cute.
the same ballpark.
Yeah, I know. Now you know what? That'd be a concern I would have if I was with a chick and her foot size was the same as mine. I would be highly concerned that she be thinking she gonna wear my shit. That would be a problem. Now that'll be a red flag.
Don't get a red flag on that one.
Can't be wearing my shit. Like fuck all that. Only thing you all come with is wear my shit all willy nilly.
What if she had good credit?
Yeah, that's your. My shoes is my thing. Let me have something that's mine.
So what if you did do this? What if you every time you buy a pair, you buy 2 pair? Just go ahead and give her one.
Well, that's probably something I probably would do. Cause yeah, just so to keep my shit, no
Keep the
doubt.
peace.
I could see myself doing that to keep the peace. So I could see that.
See that.
Yeah.
But
So yeah.
Raheem,
hey,
what's your
I'm straight.
what was the topic you brought up earlier as far as shoes in New Orleans, like popularities?
Well, we knew in the East, off the rip, we was mostly all Air Max. You know, you had a few areas. I think Bunker Hill, they wore Reeboks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they was probably the
I
only
worked
part.
at Winn-Dixie. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so yeah, so they were strongly, but I feel like a lot of everybody that was, I guess we felt like we was a little more bougie. We definitely, I know I was strongly Air Max all day. Now I had my few pair of soldiers, but overall, I was always Air Max. As y'all can tell, I'm still Air Max to this day. Shit, but down Sunday in fucking Maxwell. Fuck, go figure. What were the odds of that accidentally happening?
I was more flights and Jordans.
Yeah, so
For
but
hooping
the whole
shoes.
city though, I think the rest of the state was definitely all Reebok, especially everybody uptown. On
Yeah, because I was gonna say Reeboks was pretty much an uptown thing for the most part, from what I remember.
yeah,
I like I was more the black Adidas.
you was the only name in the city.
Yeah, I don't
Now, don't get me wrong, but back in the day, I appreciated the Air Force Ones because they look good. I mean, I pretty much more sure I probably wore some other shit.
Know what else had a nice little run?
Air Force One was kind of late.
Asics. The Asic gels had a nice little run for a minute too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did, and the K-Swiss.
Case
Also, Elise.
Elise, I was about to say Elise too. I had a pair some Elise as
Actually,
well.
I'm trying to get some right now just to see if
I got
because they only go in the 30.
I got a story to tell about Elise.
Oh, I know you do.
That made me hate Dallas, Texas. That was showing me was the downfall for me to come into Dallas. So one summer, I think that was like freshman year. I was getting ready for freshman year for Abe. My mom and her husband at the time, they was living up there in Indiana, and they came down. You know, they came down for the summer in Louisiana, and they came grab me, and my sister, and he had his son. And we decided they wanted to take a tour through Texas just to do something. So we came out here, we chilling. We end up here in Dallas. It was at Valley View Mall.
Mm-hmm.
This is when Valley View was all popping and on point before it just with the knives tore down now.
Yeah, I saw.
But so we up in there, and me and my husband at the time, even when I lived with him before I got shipped to New Orleans, me and him and Shoes didn't get along. Cause he always wanted to go to the clearance rack. And we know how I fucking roll. Fucking clearance rack shit.
I know where this is going.
With that shit. So we go. And, you know, so we at the Foot Locker and everything. We all looking at shoes. And, you know, and they said, hey, you know, pick your pair of shoes. I said, nah, I'm good. He said, nah, go ahead. I said, nah, man, I'm good. He started pointing out these K-Swiss, and I was like, nah, I don't wear that. He said, then, what you want? And I pointed to the all black suede Elise.
Mm-hmm.
That was out. It was the low ones. It wasn't. I didn't even go for the high top ones. I went for the low cut joints. And he was like, and it was only 65. Now you know that's reasonable in my wheelhouse.
Yes.
So I'm thinking like 65, we shouldn't be complaining. Like if he go grab these damn $40 K-Swiss that was in that clearance rack, I said, nah, I ain't rocking with that. Well, you know, you been highly ungrateful. I want to go home.
Call it a wrap.
That was a wrap for me, then hour later, my ass was on the airplane. I was at Love Field Airport, ready to sit back to New Orleans. So,
yeah, with shoes.
now, yeah, dude.
Dude,
we didn't
you
like
know who
each
you
other.
talking to?
Who you talking to?
That man said he was done. I'm out of here. Send me home.
Because he ain't want no K-Swiss. K-Swiss?
So either pay $20 extra for some Elise, or you gonna buy me a plane ticket back. That's pretty much what that turned into.
It was probably like about 100 something plus. Anyway.
No, I don't know what the fuck. I didn't care. That wasn't my problem. Hey,
I know what I'm saying, but like he's willing to give you a plane ticket to go back home.
Instead of paying $20 extra for
I don't know if he paid my mom.
Elise.
My mom started looking in my eyes and said, I gotta get this nigga out of here because he gonna make the rest of this trip a living hell for us. And she was 100% right. Cause I was gonna be super dry. I'm gonna make it real uncomfortable in that bitch. The whole rest of the trip. That was the first stop, was just in Dallas. We didn't even make it to Houston or freaking San Antonio or nothing. Dude. That was the first stop off the rip. And I was like, I told him we ain't had to get me nothing.
Well, I was about to say, like you actually did turn the shoe. He's like, hey, I'm good. And he kept pressing. I mean,
yeah.
You set yourself up for failure, man.
Right. And he kept pressing. I'm like, I don't want him. Then, you know, he kept on calling, I won't go home. Just send me back. I'm good.
So he spent over $100 to send you back home, but yet the $85 shoes was a problem. I'm sorry, bro. Because
the math just don't add up, but
yeah, it don't matter. But he wasn't wrapped too tight, and my mom knew how I felt about him, and that's like, dude, that's why I got sent to New Orleans in the first place, because of him. The tension was already real. Like my mom literally put me on an airplane and told Roy Holly, "Hey, go get your son at the airport." That was the heads up she gave him. I was already on the plane when she called me.
Ebbtide classic moment.
So, and that's how the Ebbtide King was born, because I was the first one to get on that block, you know. So, you know, so that's, yeah. So now, man, me and my shoes is real. I don't play that shit. So this goes from day one, because I've always been fortunate and spoiled, but I always get the shoe I want. And then he thinking he about to kill my vibe of shoes. Nah.
You do it,
and like I said, we ain't like each other neither. So the tension was real.
So you do admit you spoil rotten.
I ain't gonna say I'm spoiled rotten, but I can get things.
He's a manipulator. That's what that is.
I have a way of getting things if I really want it, no doubt.
So you say you manipulate. So you manipulate.
Nope, don't do none of that. It's all love, though.
I wish I'd have known this back then. I would have got some fucking. So I'd have had you get some shit for me. Fuck.
So
go ahead and put that bribe in for me, man. Give me that new
never
NBA Live.
Just because I was always grateful. I would tell people.
Oh, what up?
I always told people thank you, and I was always appreciative. And you know, I called people just to call them. I was dying. It was the method to my nonsense.
let's change the topic to something I know only me and you gonna talk about, me and you know about. White girl buy Jordans.
Silence.
I don't know what the hell you talking
You
about.
know what I'm talking about. White girl buy Jordans. Yo Denver buy Jordans.
I don't know nothing. Cause
She's a shoe guy. She's a shoe girl.
The Raheem Goodell foolishness.
No, we
Trying to set him
already
up.
had this discussion. No.
All she wants a fuck buddy. You gotta go out.
Hey, like I said, now that's one thing too about me and my shoes. I've never let a chick buy me a pair of shoes before. Because I never wanted to feel like I had to buy her back something in return.
God damn, bro. Like, there's no satisfying you in this? The girl buy.
Nah, nigga. I don't want that pressure, dude. That's gonna come with a price. And I ain't paying that price. I told you, I always look for my exit strategies. I need options in these shoes.
A man gotta have a code. A man gotta have a code.
Came around here, you know, you can't sell yourself out for a pair of shoes, you know, man. You know, it come with a price.
I will say like this. You talking to the guy who sold himself out for some cheese grits back at UNL.
See, that's a goddamn shame.
Girl hit me. Girl was in the UC. Let me just make the story, whatever. Girl was in the UC.
I'm not surprised.
Walked in with some South Shore grilled donuts, right? I was like, man, I should have got ahead and, because normally I used to get a dozen, but just today I just got like about, 2, 3, you know what I mean, in the milk. I said, man, I'm still starving, yada, yada, yada. The chick was like, hey, this chick that was kind of crazy. She was like, hey.
Oh, you don't say.
I could buy you some cheese grits from over here. I was like, you know what? That sounds good. My homeboy was like, nah, bro, don't do that shit. Man, soon I started eating, she was like, you want to touch my titty? Like, bitch, we in the UC. What the fuck you mean I'm touching? So, shout out to my homeboy. I call him Chef for podcast purposes. Chef. He grabbed it based on my response and me not trying to attack me. He was a tall nigga or whatever, bodyguard. So, I would try to be like Puffy and have him protect my ass. Man, she was trying to get to me. Went behind that nigga, grabbed his ass cheek and spread it. I was like, oh, your crazy ass. Fuck that nigga.
And this is why I don't like to take no gifts.
All over cheese grits.
Yeah, you almost around there lost your soul over some goddamn grits. See? Nah.
Sometimes, like the stock market, sometimes you have to take the risk. Just some long-term reward.
Oh man.
I buy my own shoes and leave it at that. So
back to the shoe thing or whatever. So the only probably most expensive pair of shoes I had was the pump Shacks, the sky blue ones. That was the only shoe that I probably paid over $100. Every other shoe was like $20, $40.
You definitely was not on shoes, because I remember fussing at you. You try to buy your son some cheap shoes. I was like, no, here, you better buy that boy some damn Nikes or something. I forgot what it was. Trying to get this man some bum shoes. Get that Bigfoot boy some real shoes. Be busting out them things in 2 days.
Well, thanks to a situation, white girl situation before she got dumped. My son has 3 pair of Nike Jordans, or 4 pair of Jordans now. He feeling himself.
I'll see. You created a monster with him. He gonna lose he gonna lose a limb around here thinking chicks gonna buy him shoes. But hey, that's on your conscience. Just to let you know.
But his favorite color is red, so it does remind me of somebody I know. Uncle Shot.
But I used to get those Jetas, those Jordan Jetas.
Yeah.
That's the only expensive ones I used to get.
Well, hey.
As an adult, probably my expensive shoe was Tim's. I spent $120.
All
Tim's and dress shoes is gonna majority of the time gonna cost more. Like they're gonna definitely cost. They're gonna cost easy more than the average tennis shoe.
Shout out to Stacey Adams back in the day. They got me through my club years.
Stacey Adams, Kenny Coles.
So I just copped 2 pairs of Stacey. Shoot, for $100 through Macy's on sale.
Yeah, Macy's definitely used to be having those good deals, good variety.
this year. I just got them just recently.
Well, I ain't been going to the office, so ain't no need to get me no more for now.
Yeah, that's why I said Corona has helped me out to take advantage of all these wonderful sales that's been out here in these streets. And so I can collect on all these shoes. But yeah, I'm $150 average. So I said I have chilled though. I haven't really bought a pair.
In your standards, it's chilling. What, 2 weeks? Was it been 2 weeks you bought since the last time you bought a shoe?
No,
Has it been 2 weeks? Has it been 2
No.
weeks? Can't get 2.5.
No, I've been over a month.
So the question is are y'all guys are the ones that kind of say, hey, if I'm wearing Nike shoes, I have to wear a Nike shirt?
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
man.
Oh yeah.
Got it. Can't cross. You can't cross.
I despise people that.
If you're going to cross, it has to be like, for example, maybe you got polo sweats on or nautical sweats or whatever. But I'm not going to wear.
Exactly.
I'm not going to wear Nike shoes, Adidas sweatpants, Under Armour shirt. Can't do it.
My average life right there. Mix and match, baby.
Well, that's why I kind of like my sweats or shorts or whatever. I get like some polo or nautical or something like that. That way,
not unacceptable.
Don't cross the shoes. But I only got Nikes right now, so that's good for now.
To be honest with you, it's funny. I actually got some Reebok running shoes now, like 3 pair of them.
Yeah, I bought those Nike running shoes a couple weeks ago, and those PGs I had them on earlier. Feel like pillows. Still haven't hooped them yet, but they feel they feel definitely good and comfortable.
Like with my AIs, I only wear them with.
I know for sure I'm getting. I got some hookahs running shoes, HOOKA, So that's why I don't care about running shoes. I can swap them out. Because to be honest with you, I never knew this. Running shoes, you pretty much have to swap out like every other, it's advised not to always buy 2 sets of running shoes.
So you can rotate them. It's like tires.
Yeah.
Yeah, that way you don't wear them out as quick. Yeah, I did read that somewhere.
Like 5 years.
Those are for fashion purposes.
Yeah.
Some of us trying to stay in shape, man. Everybody ain't got that natural.
Oh, no, man. Oh, I got to start. Trust me. Oh, man. I was huffing and puffing bad last week. They tried to take some fucking hutches up some stairs. Oh, man, I thought I was about to collapse. So, yeah, no. I got to start working out, too. I just got to get some cardio so I can get the breathing back right. This shit getting real.
Summer 2021, Sean will be like, "Oh, you back up, bitch."
I ain't gonna lie. Next summer gonna be I think next summer gonna be mad interesting. I will say that. Next summer gonna be a very interesting summer.
Hey man, people gonna be wilding out next summer.
Strongly.
Yeah.
Just stay close to the vest. Clutch your pearls, cause these helpers gonna be out here mad violating. I'm gonna tell you that right now. There's gonna be a lot of Me Too cases out here, but there's gonna be a lot of men following them. This following.
They have turned.
They was about to turn.
Yes, officer. I would like to report a crime.
Didn't Mike Epps have a joke or something about that?
Yeah.
Man, look at my eye, man.
You out there waiting for the police. Look what she did to me.
I was just coming over to watch a movie. That's it.
So trust me, it's gonna be next summer gonna be very interesting. Boy, the people ain't gonna know how to act being out free again, being able to do things. They don't make up for all the time they miss.
Well, I was about to say, I think it's just people just being, well, 2 things. If people doing the right thing, they're most likely saving money, being home, if they can.
They ain't money to be made.
Huh?
See, that's
Ain't
not
nobody.
That way, like next year, they're gonna wild out.
Well, Amazon and everything popping, bro. Everybody's doing everything. Ain't nobody saving nothing. Like
Nah, that's why Amazon is making all the money they make right now. Cause
Amazon, FedEx, UPS, stay in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Multiple times a day.
I look at how many pair of shoes I bought this year. I ain't bought this many pair of shoes. I've at least bought 15 pair? Safe to say. This year
Just
alone.
This year?
You bought 15 pair, 150 a what?
Hey, Raheem about to have a heart attack on that, doing that quick calculation.
On average, he said.
Yeah, I'm about to come up there and fuck you up. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, shit. I mean, you know, they probably
but this is the thing. He's saying on average. So I know a couple pair of shoes that he bought were like 90 and 85.
Yeah,
so that lets you know that some of them high points is 250.
So $2,250 on shoes this year.
Man, look,
yeah, it's 4 pair that touched over. It was 4 pair over 200 for sure. It's 4 pair over 200. Mm-hmm. That's for sure. Yeah, so definitely was 4 pair. And that's why I said in the rest, yeah, I balanced it back out to the 150 range. So, hey, I had to spurge out a little bit. Man, I don't think they've been paying child support forever and a day, and I see the light coming. And I sacrificed a lot to not have shit, especially working 2 decades of working 2 jobs. I just treated myself. I said, fuck all that. So then I said I was saving more money because I had to go on all these unnecessary whack ass dates, which is the shit was shut down. So I said a lot of that money would have went on something I'd have regretted anyway.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
Money and time saved. So
that's how I looked at it.
I'm telling white girl in Memphis, you going back to your normal shit.
Hey man, just keep me out of that. I'm just minding my business in these streets.
He gonna bring the female argument. Look at how much I saved.
You know what? I know how to tempt you. There's a Baltimore's coming home to here, December 3rd or something like that. Ravens. I know you want to see Lamar. You got no choice.
Dude, just because you're on my fantasy team, don't mean I won't go see the nigga.
You had to think about it real quick.
What the heck on this shit is real quick? I had to think about that.
First level, maybe 40, 30 yard line. Just think about it. You're going to be with company, though.
No shit, Sherlock. I can put that together now. I got you.
Relentless.
Hey, he used to be determined, boy. They're going to...
Nah, I'll just fuck with him, though.
No, you're not. You're so sincere.
We have our conversations on the side. I see his...
I know firsthand. You are serious.
You don't... Like, you haven't seen me in full action. Tony Love, inform him how I am in full action when I ain't vibing with something. How real shit could get.
Too real.
Too real for the hoes.
Too real for these.
So technically, I just like this. You be there pretty much for my sake, because you know the better half has been feeling herself now since she's been going to games.
Oh, she taking full advantage of that, boy.
Yeah.
I knew that was gonna happen though.
Oh, cool.
Ebbtide King will come out and support you if you're going through some bullshit. He will do that.
Yeah, I got you on that. Yeah, I'm support what you going through, but just leave me out of it.
You know how much I hate shopping, and you come through.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, so I come through. I got you. I'll be there for more. Yeah, for support, but. You know, just don't. I don't need my name ringing. That's all I ask. I don't need my name ringing.
I could definitely show you the cheerleaders locker room. If you're interested.
Gotcha.
All right, gotcha. Get you some snow bunnies. With the Timbs.
Y'all should have more variety by now.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll definitely be stepping up in there some Timbs, most likely.
Yeah, I probably will too.
So.
Seems like the right thing to do.
So, all right. Hey, you're going to learn, though. That's all I'm going to tell you. You're going to learn. But it's all good. I'm going to do this for entertainment purposes for you, though.
No, I mean, it just technically, I'm not going to even take it. Because she been stunning. She be acting like she paying for these things. I'm just like, I know, nigga. You acting like you front on social media like you got it. Like, you broke. Just tell your friends.
Broke, baby. All right, let's take a quick break and then we can come back and jump into the NFL.
Gumby.
Take it here.
All right, switching over to the NFL. I guess we can talk about my Titans. I've been trying not to jinx myself. Had a big win on Tuesday.
Practice.
With no facility pretty much for the past few weeks. You know, Derrick Henry had the stiff arm heard around the world. And the play didn't even count. The play didn't even count. There was a flag on the play, so they had to call that play.
Really?
Yeah, it was offsetting penalties.
It was offsetting penalties, yeah.
But that's what coach was like, that was the best 5-yard run I've ever seen in my life.
And that just officially shut Josh Newman up for the rest of his career. He can't never talk again in life.
Well, I forgot he was with the Bills to even
Me too.
with.
Yeah, me too.
But then I noticed that every time he was on A.J. Brown, we was picking on him. I was like, who is this getting burnt like this? And I was like, oh, Norman. Yeah, keep going at him. He can't do nothing with that. So big win Tuesday, beating the undefeated Bills. And then today we had a high-scoring game with the Texans, looking like they're trying to get some life back in the system. We won in overtime. Henry had 200 yards. So I know Tony Love said, what would you say, 14 wins?
Yeah, I said at minimum 14 wins.
Yeah, he really did put that energy out there on you, though. Boy, looking good, though. Hey, man.
That's a lot of pressure, man.
Man, dude, you got a 6'3", 250-pound man running 94 yards with ease. This
But
guy.
he got a defensive end playing running back.
Pretty much.
What you got.
I
Getting
mean,
separation on getting
Well, yeah.
separation on long runs.
the Tannehill factor, though, I think that's big too. It's like he's not making mistakes. I mean, he
almost made a mistake last week. Now when he made that touchdown, that knee almost went bye-bye.
Yeah, celebrating, doing the little finger roll.
Yeah, that with that knee buckle, I said, "Oh, he about to blow it up."
Oh yeah,
I thought that shit was about to blow up on him.
That knee buckle like it was mine. But and the other thing, our secondary not even healthy yet, so it can get better. You know what I'm saying? A.J. Brown, this is his second game back. You know, getting our number one receiver back. Corey Davis has been out the past few games, so we got injuries and we still putting up, crazy numbers. So we gotta keep riding that wave.
I think the Tannehill and the Derrick Henry combination. Which one you want.
Yeah, because he's making people pay for one-on-one coverage. If you put 8 in the box, he's picking you apart. So Mariota, like I always said, like he used to be throwing them ducks out there. Tannehill just slinging that thing in there, man.
True.
Yeah.
Don't fall short.
So it's still looking like I said, 14 is a lot, man. That's a lot of I don't even want to think that far ahead.
I see it easily, man. Easily. After that DeAndre Hopkins trade, who gonna stop you?
Well, once they fired their coach, that's what I was afraid of. Like they're gonna get some boost of life, which they almost had today. But
they've been balling since O'Brien left.
So that's the only thing I was afraid of. So, but like you said, the Colts are trash. Phillip Rivers got to go, man. I mean, I don't know who they got backing them up in the Colts, but Phillip Rivers is done.
Brissett's still there. He's still there.
I thought for some reason they let him go.
No, he's still there. They said, no, nigga, we're going to try the white boy out.
Yeah.
Because Brissett was winning last year before he got hurt.
Yeah, he was doing good.
Yeah, he's doing very good, yeah.
I didn't think about that. So why the hell you bring in?
Oh, they don't let black quarterbacks develop. Come on, now.
Well, yeah, that name, your boy, you know how they own it. It's all about the name. If you got a name to you, he feel like the name is gonna sell tickets.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, I mean, it's good for me. Like, keep Rivers in there, and can't take 3-step drops without being sacked and shit. So I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. And then Jacksonville is just, even though they played as well earlier this year too, but they don't want to win.
Nah, they trying to tank.
Yeah, that's
it's
not good for business. This winning shit ain't good for business.
Right.
It's Florida, what you expect?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much the division is being handed to us.
But segueing from Tannehill to his former coach, who let him go, Adam Gase. Can't keep nobody.
Gase, he should be gone too, though.
Oh, he's
He
gone.
should be the next. He should be the next coach to be out. Like, I don't know.
But he's a motherfucker. I gotta give it to him though. How you have one dude hire you and you get the dude who hired you fired because you ain't like what he did before you got there. You ain't like the contract he gave somebody before you got there. And so
you go behind and give Le'Veon Bell all this money, and then he gone after 15 games basically.
Pretty
He
much,
barely hardly played him, but stole $28 million.
Because he liked tweets. Not because he said something, because he just likes something. Put a heart on a tweet.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Such a sensitive ass out here, bro.
But
you should have known that he was in trouble anyway when he was in the press conference and that his eyes all bugged out like he was on that hell of a drug. You know, like, I think he high. You know, I think he had that Rick James all in his system. I'm like, what is you doing?
Just had it. Oh, we're about to start the press conference? All right, 1 second.
Right, let me bump this right quick.
Oh, let's go.
Dude, them eyes was like really about to jump out. Like we was like watching Roger Rabbit all over again, man. Like he was really wilding.
Like, damn, I should have done just the one line.
So, but now he definitely gonna get fired and everything. So once again, the Jets is the Jets. So they'll be blowing that up again.
And they get good players, man. They just can't. They don't do shit with them.
Right.
They just move on. It's like they get there, like, all right, I think I'm gonna change everything. Nah, this shit trash. I gotta go.
Yeah, but then at the same time, because of they fuck up, fuck KC. Just because we beat y'all silently, this is what you do for revenge? This is what you do to recover after we drop 40 on y'all at home? You gonna go get a fucking cheat code?
And look, their first game back, it's against the Jets.
Oh, for
Let
real?
me come back, yeah.
Wow.
He ain't playing tomorrow, but the next game he eligible for it.
But Bell for them is going to be like him in the pass game. I think is going to be what's going to unlock their team. Like you can create sets to put both running backs back there, put one in motion, trying to get a matchup on a linebacker. Because Bell runs routes just as good as an average receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's going to be a ridiculous check down option.
Exactly.
I mean, but anywhere he went, he would have made a big difference.
You got to use a strong quarterback.
I said, yeah, or at least a strong line. You had to have.
I'm talking about for most contenders, like as far as right now,
Yeah.
they have winning records. All of them have a decent quarterback outside of Chicago.
True.
I don't trust Nick Foles.
So he's
a closer. He's a closer.
Yeah,
I don't want him as a starter. I want him as a closer.
So he playoff Nick Foles like playoff Rondo.
Pretty much. Yeah, you don't want Rondo for the regular season. Just come in here in May and we'll work with you.
Yeah. You say, you want him to come in right around after Thanksgiving. You want Foles to come in right after Thanksgiving. You know, and then just go on and do his thing.
He go in and tighten that glove up and he ready. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't want him
kind of weird. Like he plays better when the weather is much colder.
And he went to college at Arizona, right? I want to say.
Yeah, Arizona. Same high school. He went to high school with same high school with Drew Brees.
Yep, that's what it was. So I mean, he grew up in hot weather, so that's strange that he plays well.
Plays better in cold
in
weather.
Philly, in Chicago, and on the road and stuff. So,
let you know he's suspect until the end. God damn it!
that's what I'm saying. Like you want him for the last quarter of the season. That's it.
Yeah.
Because he didn't got 2 big contracts and flopped.
Right. Yeah. But like I said, you know, they don't give him a chance to make it to the back end because he do so bad at the beginning because they'd be already in the hole.
Because when he went to the Rams, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, no, he got traded to the Rams.
Right, traded to the Rams.
But he signed a contract with them when he made that move, and I thought it was gonna work.
But I don't think he got a fair shake in Jacksonville because the first game he got hurt, and then the second game came back. You know, he really didn't have a rhythm.
Right.
Right.
You didn't give him a chance to get a rhythm going.
But that's why Jacksonville is Jacksonville.
I'm about to say, Jacksonville hasn't been consistent consistent winners since Brunell. So they had
Right.
that 1 year with Bortles, but outside of that, they're not gonna.
Yeah, I mean, when they had Kaufman there being, the front man, like he kept everything in check and in line. That's when they, like you said, well, Burrell, yeah, that's when it was all legit. And it was okay. They was doing some things, but ever since Kaufman left, it's just been like downhill BS with them and everything. So that's just today. How y'all feel about what Tampa Bay did to Green Bay?
I turned it off after Green Bay was up 10-0. I turned it back on when I was watching for that, and I like 38.
They was applying pressure. That front seven was getting pressure on Rodgers like crazy.
Yeah,
he didn't look comfortable the whole game.
Not at all.
So we can say that pretty much if a team has a defense, they can pretty much make Rodgers be the Rodgers that we always knew he was.
Yeah, if you can get to him with 4 or 5, then you good. Right. And that's what was happening with Tampa Bay. So they was consistently getting in the backfield, putting pressure.
Yeah, and then they actually use Gronk a lot in this game. Like Gronk was looking more comfortable in this. I don't know, this particular week. I don't know if he's gonna be able to do this consistently.
That's what I'm about to say. This might be like him having a good game and having to recover for a game or two, and then try to get ready for the playoffs. But yeah, I don't see him doing that every week. But he definitely had a good game today.
Right.
Yeah, I watched some of that game. They had no type of rhythm at all. No, they just could not. And credit to the defense, but yeah, they were putting a lot of pressure on that dude.
Yeah. I was surprised that still Tampa Bay putting up 38 points is a lot though.
Yeah,
it's not hard to do that on that Green Bay defense.
Yeah, they ain't never been known to be having the best defense in the world, and so it's kind of like not too surprising. But like Aaron Rodgers be doing this thing so much, he actually protects the defense more than anything else.
Yeah,
right. That's a good point.
So you had that, but then look at the other miracle they're having today. Atlanta around here won.
Wait a minute, it's the Vikings.
Yeah, it's the Vikings.
You really want to say that? You really want to say that?
No, we ain't gonna say it's the we ain't gonna say it's the Vikings. We're gonna say it's Kirk Cousins. They got talent around the rest of that goddamn. That's a talented damn team. They got Kirk Cousins. That's their problem.
Their defense ain't the same no more though. Their defense is real young now.
It's horrible, yeah.
Yeah, I think this probably might be Zimmerman's last year.
But you know what though? What Minnesota might need to look about doing, and I think Philly need to make a phone call.
For Wentz?
Wentz they need a divorce.
For that mom.
And that worked out for Wentz because he from North Dakota, so it's kind of like coming back home a little bit, being closer to home.
Close enough, yeah.
Yeah, I would say do that, make that move, because they already bringing Jalen Hurts. They'll let you know, like y'all ain't got much. Y'all ain't thinking about keeping this man.
Yeah, he ain't gonna stay on. He ain't gonna stay on for the extension.
Nah, I think that's what I'm saying, because the extension kick in next year, and I think that's why they'll try to trade him. And there'll be some teams want to take that contract, rather than because now the contracts are getting much higher. A lot of teams will be open to take that contract on, because that's
comparison. It's not that much of a big, not that big.
It's salary cap
right.
friendly. It's salary cap friendly.
Him and your boy Golf.
Yeah, because then
ain't nobody touching Golf.
Nah.
Man, now once I still think he'll play, I just don't think him and Peterson. I just don't think they click.
Well, I would say that my philosophy is due to what's going to happen next year, probably with Drew and a couple other main quarterbacks or whatever. I won't be surprised if there's a big major reach for Wentz by the Saints.
That's possible, and that's a possibility. I was just about to say that too. That's actually a possibility.
Yes, we surprised.
Tony Love, what you think, Tony Love?
I don't want Wentz.
That ruins your Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Prophecy.
Right.
Burrow's riding this out.
I say Burrow. I think Burrow's gonna go to Carolina. Be with old boy.
What is the coordinator, the coach, or whatever?
Yeah, Joe Brady. So yeah,
I think he's
that's
gonna
the
go to.
OC.
Well, that's if he can keep his job there, because trust me, the way Carolina looking right now, that ain't looking too safe. They keep playing like that after they can't do this for no couple of years like that. I think they're gonna keep their jobs in Carolina, so I can't bank on that.
Yeah, I think
true.
I think Burrow's gonna go to Carolina. Winston's probably gonna come to New Orleans or.
I think Minnesota for some reason.
No, yeah, I definitely see the Minnesota. I think you do the trade for Cousins and Wentz between them two.
Or
Yeah,
San Fran.
Sam got.
Sam Darnold might get traded too. But with Cousins, you get 1 year left on that contract by the time he gets to Philly, and then the Jalen Hurts era can begin after that.
Yeah.
Shit, they might cut in that situation and just go where it hurts. But
yeah, and then we still gotta see what move the Cowgirls gonna make. Are they gonna do right by Dak or not?
well, they've been playing that word game, so they're saying he's the future. But how much is that future? You know what I'm saying? You want to give him 5 years and give him and lowball him on a contract? Because technically you're saying he's the future, but it makes no. I put it like this: it makes no sense that you're saying that you're gonna do right by him when you was not in agreement when he was healthy on a contract. So why all of a sudden that he's hurt and gonna be coming back from injury, you're gonna be more committed financially?
I just don't think the Cowboys will do right by a black quarterback, period.
Quincy Carter?
Yeah, Quincy Carter. I mean, you let him off. It wasn't enough let out there. It was a failed drug test or anything. You just cut him all together.
Yeah, we know he was on that hell of a drug, but
yeah, we knew it was about that life, but it is what it is. But the Dak situation, and now they see how much that Deshaun got, they can't go under that.
Nope.
So you gotta match. You have to do a little bit more than what Deshaun got.
Oh yeah.
Because Deshaun got the 40 a year.
Well, don't get me
And
wrong.
that's what he was already aiming for off the rip. So he really got what was in the ballpark of what was out there. So his agent was legitimately right. They was just trying to once again, like I said, that's his son Steven, I think, was being mad.
Yes. Steve Jones.
And that's what's about to be the downfall of them going in the future. Because he ain't
Well,
gonna pay nobody.
But I tell you this though, Andy Dalton's performance for the rest of the year is going to be a big factor, because if Andy Dalton can be at least respectable in any kind of way, they'll love to go that route and just keep the Texas boy home.
Well, yeah. Now, guess what?
They can lowball him, and he'll be happy.
Right, and guess what though? That's a win-win for everybody. Dak can go somewhere, and then there's gonna be plenty of teams willing to back up the truck for him.
Yeah, I want Dak to go. Yeah, that's my thing. I prefer if he gets to go somewhere else.
Yeah, like his brother said, there's a reason why I wasn't a Cowboys fan growing up.
Wow, pow.
Hey, peep this. What if one of us was in the league? Which one of us would be the most likely to be taking shots like that? Talking to the media, talking reckless. That was my vote. Definitely Ebbtide King would have been the one speaking on my behalf.
Yeah, I'll say yes. I'll say the shit.
I'm sorry. I see Twin more than Rashawn.
I mean, both of them, matter of fact. I mean,
talking reckless to the media. You talking about talking reckless to the media?
I'm gonna tell you this, though.
say for example, if I was in the league.
He gonna be Tupac, I'm gonna be Biggie. Mine gonna be more subliminal. You're gonna be that subliminal under mine. Like I'm gonna do that slick. I'm gonna do them slick shots. And he
Twin gonna be out there.
Direct. He going straight in.
Hey, Twin, fans have been messaging me how aggressively you dislike for certain players.
I got it.
Bitch.
He's a bitch.
It was like, He's like, who's your man's? I was like,
Yeah,
hey,
exactly,
man.
dude. That's what I'm saying. He'll be Tupac. He'll be the Tupac. I'll be Biggie, yo, because he'll
Personally,
be bad reckless.
Green Freaks is a bitch.
Yo, all attention.
Hey, one of my old boys like, oh, he really
Man,
don't like
look,
him. I was like, hey, man.
I just call it like it is.
Yeah. Steve Jones with this cap issue, that's a y'all problem. You being a bitch.
Exactly. So that's what I say. Yeah, he'd be more than reckless. Mine will be classy, professional. Mine will be sophisticated shots. You know, like, wait, did he just take a shot?
Well, dude, when you be saying that, I'll be feeling offended for the person you talking about.
Because they ain't catching on right away.
Like,
They don't know what's being told to them.
Giannis is a bitch. Wait, hold up, bro. Calm down. Giannis.
Yeah. Straight bitch.
Yeah, but we just saying, man, you couldn't though. You can't, but you can't be able. You would not be able to say that in that man's face like that, though, man. That dude, and then reach you before you come around the corner and slap fire out you, man.
Hey,
trying to say
hey,
it.
look, I mean, I probably won't stick around.
I
I
Advise you
ain't
not
gonna be,
to.
I ain't gonna
you
be like,
seen him on the
I ain't gonna be
fast
like,
break?
you a straight bitch, and just stand there and be like, you a straight bitch. I just wish you would, boy.
Nah, that Twin be the type of nigga that go get a chair.
Oh, yeah, that too. I thought about
got
that.
him what Jamie Foxx said, hit him with a club punch.
Yo, I had to say Twin at the club after your wedding, Anthony.
Okay.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
We was in the line. We was up in the line.
Yeah, I remember
you
that.
was there too. We was in the line though. When we
I'm
went
trying to remember. We went to the Metro.
I think.
I forgot
Yeah,
what
Metro.
What did I tell him?
Dude, this dude, we in the line. You know, we hearing the music as we getting in the line. And this dude, he walks up behind this dude and hit him. He grabbed on his shoulder.
And I said, what's up, bro?
Hey, man, this is this part of like, it's on point. That dude turned around with the most purest New Orleans boot up of disgust. Like, who the fuck is this touching me?
I remember that.
Shit. I said, hey, man, we just coming from a wedding. We got liquor all in our system. He ain't from here. He don't know better. I said, just relax, man. He said, all right, man, get your mans, all right? Just get your mans. I said, I got him, man. And he ain't mean no harm. He just extra hype right now. You know, we having a good time, been drinking already. He said, all right, man. I said, oh, nigga, relax. You can't even make it in the
remember,
film.
I wasn't in the line with y'all. Remember, I had to go back home and get my wallet because I forgot my ID.
Yeah, that's right, yep.
I had to drive all the way back to LaPlace and come right back.
Yeah, but man, this one there. That's why I said, man, this one in the line, and I had to right here. Oh man, that dude was ready to slap fire out this dude. And like, dude, can't be just grabbing people on their shoulders all willy nilly and stuff. So it don't work down there. It don't work like that down here.
Yeah, I remember that.
This ain't no Minnesota vibes, man. This ain't Minnesota vibes.
I had a lot of my system that night.
Exactly.
We all did.
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember that night.
So yes. So yeah, like I said, so I could see him still trying to do that, and but the results. I ain't gonna lie to him. We probably all sit back and just watch how that shit unfold. But we come pick you up though as you get knocked down. We got to see this one through.
Oh, y'all gonna pull the Kevin Hart roll on me, huh? Well, we saw how he whipped your ass, so we don't want. I like my face.
Nah, we'd have came and swooped you up before you hit the ground, but we would have to just see that through though.
Bitch.
Well, I would have went down with a fight though. He would have got the 1 and 2. I would have got at least 2 licks off him.
What year was this?
Yo, he's 6'9". Where he punching him at? In the fucking
He's
belly
6
button?
foot, 7 foot.
Wait, you talking about the guy at the Metro? Or you talking about Giannis?
No, the guy at the Metro now. We talking about Giannis now, nigga. We talking about you.
Oh no. I had to do something else for him. He's too tall. Body shots. Break him down.
Okay, you think you gonna do some body shots? All right.
Break him down. Like I said, I'll probably lose.
Dude has what, 8-foot wingspan? Damn.
Nah, I give him
I'm
9.
gonna go down swinging though. I'm gonna go down like Apollo. You gotta cut off with the lips.
That's not somebody you want to go down like.
I know. I'm just saying. Well, okay. Let me rephrase.
Go down.
All right. Okay, hold on. Let me back it up. I'll go down like Rocky against Clubber Lane. How about that? The first time.
The first time.
First time.
I hear you.
Appreciate you though, brother. I remember that night. It was actually a good night.
Hold on, what year was it?
All
He
the
was
way
in the
around.
military.
04.
Oh yeah, well yeah. That's the year I got married.
That was that. Hey, and didn't I have a crush on someone from Kentucky? A girl from Kentucky?
No, it was, she was from Memphis. Go
Memphis.
figure.
What's her name? Anthony, what's her name?
I gotta ask the wife on that. I remember who you talking about.
Yeah, I can't think of her name either, but yeah, because you was all through that bad boy, with her that night. So yeah, you was on one. But yeah, I'm just saying.
And she was about that action too.
Tony Love definitely was facilitating that night. Tony Love was out there like Steve Nash, just pointing.
That was a good night.
He was giving the rundown. All right, that one. All right, that one. All right, that one. Okay. That definitely was a good night. That was a long night.
It was a very good night.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna steer you right. Nah, you don't mess with that.
Yeah, do that.
Oh, so he does it too. So
Well, his ain't as reckless as you, Raheem Goodell. You just relax.
all
His scout reports is legit. He has a good scout report.
Oh.
all I know is December of 2021, y'all gonna be invited. All I'm gonna say is Avatar. Somebody got to touch it one more time.
No.
Wait, what's this?
No. We're not even having this conversation.
Oh, come on, Batman. We gotta have this conversation. And we gotta have this conversation because you don't want to have this conversation, bro.
Off segment, dog. It'll happen off segment. You can't.
Really?
We're not having this conversation.
Yeah, dude.
We're not having this conversation.
So,
We try to save people around here. We try to keep people safe.
Mhm.
Ooh.
all these jokes are gonna come together in one room.
For real. On that note, we'll take a quick break and we'll come back.
The first segment time enough, boy.
We'll come back with the NBA and talk about some Hall of Fame. All right, next up, we're going to switch over to the NBA. We kind of spoke this into existence. The Rockets, wasn't it, Daryl Morey, stepped down as a GM for the Houston Rockets. And apparently they're trying to make moves with Westbrook and James Harden. I think they kind of did it to themselves.
Yeah, they did.
You got nothing to build on now. You literally don't have no big man. Literally. You know what I'm saying?
6'8" and under.
You know what I'm saying? I know it's a different game, but still, you need somebody out there, as you've seen from the Lakers in the playoffs. You need somebody to compete with as far as rebounding and shit. But I know we talked about it before as far as my Knicks being one of the fools to trade for Harden. But they also in talks to people saying for Westbrook too. So
yeah, but they more focused on Chris Paul than most though.
Yeah, I'll accept Chris Paul. Like I said, that'll be more of a structural change as far as attitude and probably keep him in the front office going forward. But the Rockets going pretty much, they're going to have to go to be a lottery team. They're going to have to blow that bitch all the way up. And it make no sense to keep one and not the other.
Right.
You got to get rid of both of them and just take it from there, tear it all the way down and bottom out.
But who could use Russell Westbrook? That's what I'm curious about. What contender is willing?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Because of course a trash team could use him, but
yeah,
to me, he got to play with another good point guard. Like he got to move to the shooting guard. To me, I don't want him as the primary ball handler no more.
Right.
I want him to focus on being an efficient, 2-3 dribbles max, get a layup or pull up. I don't want him to dance on top
Toronto?
of it. Toronto. That's a possibility to me. There's a strong culture, and I don't think he can sabotage that per se. Like he can playing aside Lowry or Van Vliet. I think that works.
Well, Van Vliet gonna be gone though.
Yeah, you're free agent.
Well, that's why I say or, because there ain't no way to keep them both.
Right.
Lowry or Van Vliet gonna be gone, one way or another.
Well, they're not a contender, but I think they're gonna be finding about to make some moves. Atlanta.
Him and Trey,
Yeah.
I kind of see it. His fashion definitely fits.
Well, yeah. Exactly. Right. Because I mean, I can see that making it. I could just, like I said, I could see that pushing them more where they'll be a playoff team with ease now.
Yeah, I think it definitely pushed them over the hump. Like maybe trade some of that the young talent that he got in Atlanta, for and a pick for Russ. I actually like that. I think he could be a good bodyguard for Trey, per se.
Yeah. Right.
Question would be, will it work? That's the thing. I think Russ. I think Russ is at a point now where he's kind of like, hey, look, I don't want to keep swapping from team to team, because he was definitely big on staying in Oklahoma until he went to Houston, right? So
yeah,
if he's gonna move again, and I'm pretty much more sure then he's gonna be like, hey, look, I need to be making sure that we win in a championship, and that's why I think that it's gonna be a big concern for Russ, because I don't think he's gonna go anywhere unless he can win.
But at the same time, he really ain't got no choice, because he ain't got no trade clause. Yeah, so the Rockets can just ship his ass anywhere.
Right. So
yeah.
Yes, that's
so
what
they
I'm
can
saying.
be nice and ask him, but they ain't gotta.
And I mean, Houston had no type of loyalty to him anyway, so they ain't gotta hit nothing. They ain't gotta take nothing serious.
Another place I was thinking, I just came like Minnesota.
Nah.
I can't see that one.
You think he'll same issue like Jimmy Butler had? Because that's what I'm about to say. Maybe he can add some toughness to Carl Anthony Towns.
No.
He will just bully. He'll bully them. He'll just bully over them. They're not assertive enough to keep him in check to where he. I don't say keep him in check.
Or at least step up to the channel. Yeah, step up to the channel. It's like, hey, I want you to play harder, this and that and the other. They'll probably fold and complain to management or something.
Yeah, so nah, that wouldn't work.
One option, I think, Phoenix.
Nah, he'll kill the flow.
I'm about to say, I was going to say Phoenix, but
no, I'm looking at the Monty aspect, because he was on the staff of Oklahoma.
That's true.
That's a relationship.
And he's close to the home. And he's close to the home too.
Right.
Yeah, close to LA.
So
okay. I was just thinking, I wanted somebody else to be a primary ball handler. But I say that Westbrook, Booker, and Kelly Oubre, I think that's a ridiculous perimeter to deal with on both sides of the court.
Yeah, but they're already saying that Phoenix and Minnesota's trying to work a trade where
Booker,
Phoenix trying to get the number 1 pick. And they're gonna send Kelly and their 10th pick, and it was somebody else to Minnesota for that.
But I know Devin wanted to play with
that ain't happening.
Carl Anthony Towns and D'Angelo.
He's not getting traded. That's a dream that ain't gonna happen for him.
You can't trade Booker, regardless of what he complaining about. I want to play with my friends. That boy is a bucket.
Yeah, you ain't letting that go. He will have to leave on his own. We ain't trading you. You just gonna have to go. So yeah, so
you ain't gonna get no value for him. But yeah, I mean, like you said, like Russell would definitely give him that veteran stability and work ethic, and just kind of hopefully be a mentor to the young players. Him and Ayton, Booker and Ayton, but That would be crazy. I think that would push them in the playoffs, even though they was fighting for it this year. I think adding Westbrook makes them a legit contender.
Yeah. I think he goes there. They're at least a 4 or 5 seed.
Mm-hmm. Because you got to think about it. You got to stay attached to Booker on the perimeter and Oubre, and that'll be good driving lanes for Westbrook.
Yeah.
Maybe. But yeah, either way, the Rockets they got to get rid of both of them. And they probably ain't going to get shit back for them. Like, legit.
No, they know what it is. All they got. Well, that's the only thing. They got to make sure they don't take a lot of bad contracts, though, because they make all this money. So they got to match money-wise, but they got to make sure they ain't got people that's with really bad contracts. They got to make sure they at least got only like 1 or 2 years left on those contracts.
Right. They got to be. It's 2 scenarios. Either it has to be 2 years or less on the contracts that they get back, or if it's a bad contract, they got to have first rounders attached to them, like first round picks. But even with that, like at the point that they at now, they gonna be in cap hell for like the next 4 years. Either with the trades or not, they gonna be in cap hell. So I don't know. I think they really fucked up their team messing around with D'Antoni punk ass. Like you gonna legit trade
I ain't
everybody.
Put that just all on D'Antoni.
No.
I mean, more got
everything else.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's both. I don't know.
And he's strongly in analytics. He fell in love with the analytics.
He's a financial guy, so that's why. Yeah, he's not really a basketball guy. He's a money numbers guy. So he was on that shit. So ain't nothing wrong with that. But I think you also need to have basketball minds in the office with you to have that balance. Like you can't just be working strictly off of spreadsheets and not know the game full fledged per se. So, I don't know. I feel kind of bad for them because I know their team about to be trash for a minute.
Oh, yeah.
Once they make these moves.
but now, what was that? Barkley said the nerds have made their way into the system.
Well, this is the thing. Yeah. The reason why they made their way in, because the owner can relate to the nerds for the most part.
Because they hit the numbers. Because of the numbers. Because they hit them with the numbers.
Most of the owners outside, like maybe the Lakers, that's like mom and pop, all of them make their money elsewhere. So all they fuck with is nerds. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Versus basketball guys. They ain't gonna be able to relate to, that's probably could tell by some of the coaches that they hire. Like they're not gonna get somebody that's a former player or somebody that was a high competitive player. They're gonna get somebody that's a smooth talker and or numbers guy when it comes to GM/coaching decisions. So because that's who they relate to. So, I don't know. That's, I think the numbers, the nerd game has a part of it, but you got to at least have a balance and have some actual people that know the fucking game on the court and not just spreadsheets and formulas. So, this kind of goes to what transition to our Hall of Fame debate. The eye test. That's what I go with. So we had a debate, me and Tony Love, as far as who we started with. Robert Horry?
First of all,
We started with Robert Horry.
Give credit where credit is due. I'm a San Antonio Spurs fan. I brought that up to the table.
Yeah, you did.
It was you asked about Robert Horry if he's Hall of Fame?
No, he posted a picture about Robert Horry on his documentary.
Oh,
that.
Gotcha.
Which he got a lot of fucking. That right there shows you ain't no Hall of Fame when you trying to ask for the documentary.
And we'll get to that. So we was asking, is he a Hall of Famer? My opinion, no. Solid player, very good player, two-way player, but he never was the man on any team he played for. My opinion. Just from my eye test.
And that's why I brought up James Worthy and I brought up Chris Mullin.
Okay.
Never the man.
I'll get to Chris Mullin because that's blasphemy. Because that's what we're gonna get to that. We're gonna come back. James Worthy, I can understand.
Yeah. Chris Mullin, man, don't disrespect Chris Mullin like that, man.
Chris Mullin.
Oh, Chris Mullin was good, yeah.
He was the man. Who was the man outside of Chris Mullin?
You had Mitch Richmond. You had Tim Hardaway.
But he was already the man before they got there.
Tim Hardaway barely played. with knee injuries.
Run TMC.
Yes, but he was always injured. One.
So
Two, Mullen was there first.
Yeah, one.
Three, Richmond left after like 2 years when they played together. So long term wise, Mullen was the man.
I didn't know who Chris Mullen was until 92 Dream Team. I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Wow. Dude, he was the man.
That's part of the problem. That's
your
part of the problem. And go watch Paid in Full. How about that too?
Dude, and you know what? You know what?
Objection. Relevance, Your Honor. Relevance.
It is relevant. I'm gonna tell you why. Chris Mullen is from Brooklyn.
St. John's finest.
And he's a St. John's finest. And trust me,
Big East basketball.
And he is a good chance. And it's a highly strong chance. He knew Ace and Mitch.
Yep.
Off of GP at that time. Because he was
They grew up around the same time.
He's part of New York. He's one of the most respected hoopers to ever come out of New York. Like, Mullen was always that dude. And Mullen was always respected. So now he earned his rights to be in that doggone in the Hall of Fame, man. He made the dream team for play. Well,
right.
He made the dream team.
That ball was a bucket.
That left-handed jumper was buckets.
He made the dream team over Isaiah Thomas.
No, he was.
There's other people that he was gonna make.
John Stockton was the one. Yeah, John Stockton was the add-in.
Okay, I know John Stockton was to the dream team too. So
is Robert Horry, is he in the Hall of Fame or is this?
No, he's not.
Nah.
Tony Love is saying that he needs to be based on.
He should be because he got 7 rings, but it's not like he was ever the man.
Because he got lucky.
I'm not saying he got lucky. I'm saying he's a good player, but he never was the man. He wasn't even the third best player on any contending
right, that's what I'm saying. He wasn't even a third option.
I have a question. So is that the difference between the Hall of Fame and the NFL and the NBA? Because I feel like the Hall of Fame for the NBA is more like MVP players,
NBA. It's not an NBA Hall of Fame. It's a basketball Hall of Fame. So they count high school, college, Olympics, etc. So you can be trash in the NBA, but be a good international player.
Or you've been a great college player. Or you've been a great college player.
Yeah, I mean, or you can be a great college player and make it in. You know what I'm saying?
Making it into the Hall of Fame for the NBA?
Yeah, but it's
not
basketball.
There's no NBA. It's no actual NBA Hall of Fame. It's just
basketball.
No.
Yeah.
So that's the problem to me. So for Robert Horry, he didn't even have no outstanding college career. He was good. But they wouldn't winning championships and nothing like that. But he wasn't lucky.
I think that besides his trophies, I mean, the man was clutch though.
He was clutch.
And that separated him a lot from other players. That separated him from a lot of other players. Not only was he was clutch, not with one team, but with 2 teams.
3.
Well, really 3 teams.
3. I'm sorry.
Yeah, 3.
Rockets, Lakers, and Spurs. But I will say this, and he never was an All-Star. I don't think he ever was an All-Star.
He was an All-Star?
No, that was an All-Star. That's what we.
So that's what I'm about to ask you. How can he be a Hall of Famer? And skip straight
over
one time,
All-Star? At least one time. He wouldn't even know All NBA third team or nothing. He had no accolades other than the titles.
Yeah, I think it's the criteria, bro. Because he should have been an All-Star. I would have been straight pissed.
No. He should never been an All-Star.
Compared to some of the players at the time, no.
Nah, he had no chance. That's why I said he didn't even make a third team All NBA on nothing. I think those are other factors should have been in the mix for him to be a Hall of Famer. If he would have been an All-Star once or twice or been All NBA something, other accolades other than winning the titles. I mean, I respect him winning the titles, but it's not the fact he was the man or a major factor, but he's definitely clutch. Not in that by no shape or form.
I'll say this. To me,
if the criteria for the All-Star game mirror what the Pro Bowl criteria is, would you think he'll be an All-Star?
Well,
Because to me,
difference-
I feel like the criteria for the Pro Bowl, even the Hall of Fame, even with the, it's just different. I just feel like the criteria for the NBA, the standard is higher.
All
You
Hall
know?
of Famers aren't created equal, unfortunately.
I got you. Okay.
I would say from a championship level, I think him and Ray Allen are probably like close in regards to just.
No, that's disrespectful too. Ray Allen was a much better player.
Yeah, don't disrespect like that.
Yeah,
Don't do that
Ray
to
Allen
Jesus
retired.
Christ.
That dude said nope.
That's highly
Fuck right there.
disrespectful.
All-time leader 3-point shooting.
Last 10 minutes, you put Robert Horry in, he's gonna hit that shit.
Damn,
Right. I mean, Ray Allen
that's
too,
true.
but Ray Allen was also the same guy that was all-star, slam dunk competition, 3-point competition, clutch threes in finals. For
that's
two
that
different
Jesus
teams.
shuttle works.
You know what I'm saying? His name is Jesus.
Name is Jesus.
Did his thing in Connecticut. You know, he was the man in Connecticut.
Beat Allen Iverson.
That just
He beat Allen Iverson in the tournament that year at Connecticut.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's not, like, to me, like I said, Robert Horry, Ray Allen, that's two different.
Like I say, put him in. If Steve Kerr didn't win these 3 chips, I put him both
You
in
made that
too.
right.
I do say that. I think if Steve Kerr as a player alone, he doesn't get in. He shouldn't get in to me.
no.
But
But he should.
I
Now
think-
he'll get in now because of the fact he's won it as a coach.
Yeah,
and player.
coach, yeah. But I brought up the Silk Wilkes on the chat earlier because he won with the Warriors and the Lakers coming off the bench, but I didn't factor in he was a superstar at UCLA back in the set, won a couple of national championships there too. So
Right.
his all around career
Right.
got him in. So
Does college really matter in the NBA? I don't think so.
What you said? I can't hear you.
Wait, say that again.
I said, does college really matter in the NBA?
Well, that's the thing. It's
it's
not
for the
like
Hall of
no,
Fame.
not for Hall of Fame.
For the Hall of Fame, because it counts college too. So, like, if you was, like, for example, we say Christian Laettner, based on his numbers and championships in college,
yes.
Final
he
four,
was-
4 straight years.
right, he was mediocre in the NBA, but you combine both of those together, he's a Hall of Famer because he's like one of the best college players of all time. So, like,
that's why it's
he's going to
tricky.
get in off of that.
Right. And that's why we say it's so tricky with the NBA. This with people being Hall of Famers in the NBA because it's a basketball. So it combine all the levels together instead of it just being strictly an NBA.
That's why I say the NBA needs to come out with a brand new NBA only Hall of Fame. And you know what I'm saying? And just break it down like that. Because there's a lot of people that's in now that won't make it.
Right.
There's a lot of people that won't make it. Because there's a lot of people, like you said, like from the
I
early
concur.
70s that's in there. And when they stack up against players that recently retired, there's no comparison.
That and then most of those guys was actually better in college than they were actually in the pros.
4-year players.
Right.
Back then.
You get a chance to fall in love with a player more because they stuck around back then.
Wait, is Bill Walton a Hall of Famer?
Yes.
See,
He
college,
better be.
because of college.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
you know,
he's two-time NBA champion.
Yep. I'm about to say for NBA too.
well,
When
I
he
guess
win
he won
MVP?
the first title. Yeah, his first title.
Yeah, he won MVP.
With the first title is legit. Yeah, the
Trailblazers,
first title
yeah.
was really
Before
more
he-
him. I know
Before he
the
got
one he won
crippled.
with Boston, them knees was gone, but the one he won
He
with
was still
Portland
like
was
sixth
legit,
man of
though.
the year though.
Yeah, 6-man
And that
for
too.
Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
So like it's a combination of both. Like I said, we talked about Christian Laettner. Of course, Christian Laettner as a player, I think one All-Star appearance, and a
one
couple of good
All-Star.
seasons with the Hawks and the Timberwolves. So
Yeah.
it just get
They
tricky.
was
Like I said, I think the
fortunate. They was
NBA needs to
trying to-
just come out with their own and just kind of build that up.
I'm surprised that David Stern didn't do this in the 90s when the NBA was really at their high peak.
Yeah. I mean, they can still do it. Like I said, it just feels to me that it will be, I think it's a better award and more elite as far as if you just do NBA. Because they already got a college Hall of Fame, you know.
True.
Yeah.
Why mix it up to me?
Oh, before we get off this topic, or before we got 5 minutes left in this segment, I know the Lakers just
You said
won.
what?
Wait, you breaking up?
You hear me?
Yeah, here we go.
Let's talk about this AD and Tim Duncan shit that was talked about recently. I call this blasphemy. Whoever this nigga is, I don't give a damn.
Jared Dudley.
Yeah, you
Pillsbury Doughboy.
you sit your ass on the bench.
Elmer Fudd.
I said that this completely disrespectful to Tim Duncan, even bring up Anthony Davis. And to be honest with you, I know some people will probably say Anthony Davis carried LeBron in this recent championship, which is fine. But at the same time, whatever, I've seen many games this season where Anthony Davis was a no-show in the second half.
Right.
Anthony Davis got hurt every single game, man. Somewhere where you thought he was about to lead a game, he was injured some kind where he was falling on the ground. He was just he was nervous that he was not gonna make it through this whole game.
Say it, twin.
He's a hoe.
Oh,
He's a hoe.
he's more of a clumsy. He's more of a clumsy hoe. He's a straight clumsy hoe. That's what he really is. He is not coordinated by no shit because he falls so much throughout a whole game. It is very nervous and nerve-wracking and stuff. So I'm like,
the efficiency of Tim Duncan, his strength, his defensive presence. Like, I get that Anthony Davis has a skill set as far as, and that's why I say it's a difference between being talented and skilled. Like, yeah, you can run all these drills and do the ball handling and stuff like that, but like Tim Duncan was just efficiently giving you the move that you knew was coming and still getting 30, 15.
That's the fundamentals.
Yeah, there was no fat on his game. There was no extra stuff.
No need.
No
need. And I think it's just a matter of being caught up in the moment and being caught up in the flash. Ooh, he shoots threes. Tim Duncan can shoot threes too, but he didn't really have to.
Do it all the time.
Yeah.
But the thing too was LeBron made Anthony Davis play though. LeBron was like, I ain't about to bust my ass. No, I'm about to make your ass. You act like you this good. Guess what? Now you gonna prove it to me. So I think LeBron paced himself and made Anthony Davis play, put the pressure on him to step up and play at the same time also.
And yeah, man, Tim Duncan didn't pick up the game of basketball till his junior year of high school. He was a world-class swimmer. He was going to be what Michael Phelps is. That's what he was
going to do, Locke or whatever his name is. Yeah,
right. Ryan Lochte.
Yeah,
but he was going to be that, but a hurricane destroyed the swimming pool facility.
That wingspan, that butterfly.
I guess I'll play basketball now.
Yeah.
But this is another thing, though. I hate when people say that he didn't pick up basketball until whatever. Like, he definitely played some basketball before that on the street.
Yeah, but, just took it more serious. I know,
I'm talking about playing organized. But, like, when people said, like, with Jimmy Graham, he's a former basketball player. Like, nah, he played football, dog. Like, he might have played more. He was on the roster in pads going to practice. He played the game.
He played that extra senior year.
You know what I'm saying? So he plays the game. So I just hate like somebody just introduced. Do you know what a basketball is? No, I never saw this thing before. No, it's not like that. Everybody's street ball. Like, what's his boy named? Karan Butler? He had that same thing too because he was damn near about to go to jail. But
what's the name? Elijah Wan. He didn't pick it up till he was 17. Because he was doing volleyball and
that's more different because he was in Africa. So I'm not going to say he definitely did pick up a basketball. I think his is more legit. Yeah, like they really didn't play basketball like that at that time. It was. I still think he shot around, but it wasn't.
No, they built the gym like his when he in his area when he was 17.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Okay, so once he turned 7, that's when the first time he really actually played.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous. But that makes more sense in Africa, though. But also,
that's what I'm saying. That's why I just said because
he's another level of talent,
I
though.
can respect that, though.
He's definitely touched by the gods.
Right. So.
But we'll take a quick break, and we'll come back with some foolery.
Damn right.
She here for me. Fuck her.
Next up, so apparently a hip hop legend has been taking a bunch of heat on social media and amongst the Black community. I think we mentioned this before. He basically drew up a contract and an idea as far as how to repay the Black community through education and helping, businesses, et cetera, et cetera. So, of course, in order to get something like that pushed, you need to speak to who's in charge. Unfortunately, the person in charge is somebody that most people don't like in our community. So, in turn, Ice Cube has been getting blasted for that, especially since he had a lyric saying, pretty much fuck Donald Trump in the past. But like, to me, like, in order to actually formally do something, you have to go through the president, regardless of who it is. So I think he's kind of wrongly being judged by that. But I did see something saying like the person that owns the big three is close with Donald Trump, so they try to tie that in.
Yeah, Black people will go to all the conspiracy. Yeah, they want to reach and find everything.
Well, see, the thing I read was that, he talked to the people, he met with them, and that was it. But the people on Donald Trump's team, they put it out there that they were working with Ice Cube.
Yeah,
and that's what started.
They put a bad narrative out there on him, trying to make it seem like he was with them, which this is how 45 run. This is what he do. He's gonna use whatever angle to make himself look good.
Yeah, he did it to Dr. Fauci.
Yep.
Yeah, he did play Fauci. He was like, "Hey, man, that's totally taken out of context, man." Like he was not happy about that shit.
Well, technically, he did the same thing with Kanye too.
Yep.
Yeah.
He did it to everybody. Anybody that became any type of association with him, where a minority or the masses, he's taking whatever they came into his presence with and just try to basically twist it all up that way it made him look good. Or he try to make those people look like, they siding with me. And stuff like that, which none of them never said they were siding with him.
Mm-hmm.
Or saying like, oh yeah, this is okay because we talked about this. And like, nah, we know how he run. We know he's a legitimate con man, and this is how they run. But once again, our wonderful simple-minded country is who it is. We are the land of the stupid, and everybody falling for it again to try to divide and frustrate people now to want to question should they vote or not.
I think the current. I guess you want to say the current government situation. I don't. I kind of want to put this as a whole because technically it's not just one person that's representing what's going on crazy with the country, right? I know we could definitely say like, hey, look, point to POTUS, right? But I think right now, currently in my mind or whatever, as far as like the current legislation, how about that? You know what I mean? It's just kind of like a situation where like we look bad towards the rest of the world, in regards to just how we do politics. It's kind of like a thing of, I think it's kind of funny because I think if it wasn't so bad globally, then I think people will still vote the way they want to vote, right? But because of how things kind of landed in regards to our favor and how we handled the pandemic and stuff like that, right? I just think that people just kind of like, and don't get me wrong, all the comments and stuff like that's been made over the last 4 years and stuff like that, right? I just think that people are just kind of like, we can't be immature. Finally, I'm glad that we got to a space where our society says we can't be immature at that spot. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, I have a little bit of question about both parties kind of going into the next election, right? But it's kind of like a situation where we need to kind of get back to the superpower that we need to be, because honestly or not or whatever, a lot of countries are really like leaning on us to kind of lead. It's
we're looking soft, basically.
Right.
That's what it looking like. It looking like we can be had.
And
the countries.
And honestly or whatever, I'm surprised we never went to war yet. To be honest with you, I kind of thought that was coming. I was like, hey, look, we should be going to war. Normally in a thing where we change parties like that, we have to go to war to make money. And so far we haven't done that. So I have a question in regards to the next party that I think we might go to war then, because think about it. Every presidency, every other presidency, or every other presidency, we've been in a war. It's been because of monetary purposes. So I wonder what we're going to do next. You know what I'm saying? Because Russia's they're big, but they're not powerful. But,
Right.
I have a feeling that we're going to be in a position where we're going to lose our lives based off of economic gain versus anything else. And don't get me wrong, I think, I think for this presidency or whatever, also, I think people get tired of talking about racism.
Mhm.
I mean,
I actually think that, and you guys bring up some really good points. I honestly think that regardless what party, the Democrats or the Republican Party, I mean, he's still trying to evoke change, rather it goes through whatever party. I mean, at the end of the day, you got to go through one of them parties to get to the president anyway. So,
Right.
and I don't think
Either way it
that
go.
either way it goes, And I don't know if y'all saw the interview with him and is it? I forget. Was it?
Come on.
What's his? Yeah. I mean, Ice Cube did a pretty good job of keeping his composure. I would have snapped on it. I would have snapped.
Right, but
because he was
he
really
nipped it in the
trying.
bud. He nipped it in the bud correctly.
He did. But nowhere do I think any less Ice Cube. Matter of fact, I applaud him. And I applaud him
Because he's trying.
Yeah, he's
That's
trying.
another thing. Like,
You know
he's
what I'm
making the
saying?
effort. Even though,
Right.
and I think this is a problem. I think people, just because you don't agree with somebody,
Yep.
don't mean you can't still have that conversation to try to make a change. And I think that's part of the
Exactly.
problem. Is like, you
Right.
can't just say, oh, I don't like who's the president now, so I'm not going to bring forth this great idea. Like,
And then
that don't
and
make
in
no sense to me.
And secondly, you got some Republicans in there who really hate that Trump is in office. So they
Most of them do.
And they're gonna welcome this because they're trying to turn a new corner.
Well, they
So,
all fading back on him right now as we speak anyway. Like they
Right.
all they're throwing their hands, but they just can't publicly say it and everything because they're not trying to make the
Make a
Republican,
scene.
but they make too much of a scene and hurt themselves when the polls come. But the damage has already been done for themselves when the polls kick in anyway. But have y'all noticed that they're not saying anymore if anybody is a Republican or a Democrat as they do their commercials and everything?
Right.
No.
Only way you can tell by the colors.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, they have removed all of that now, and then here in Texas now, they have removed the straight ballots off. So you can't do straight Republican or straight Democrats now. You actually got to pick each person individually now.
When I voted a couple months back, they still had the straight polls, but that was my first time seeing a straight poll here in Georgia. So
yeah, they took it away here in Texas. You now have to really break down and do your homework and know who is who.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll say for the most part, to be honest with you, I think the reason the conversations are being had by both parties, well, for what it is or whatever, is the first time that a lot of brown people are actually buying land. I think you had a situation where 19 families had bought their land out there in Georgia. They're building communities and stuff like that. Like, a lot of that is kind of going on right now, where the brown dollar is actually starting to be kind of like, hey, look, if they don't want to necessarily love us, we're going to create our own. And to be honest with you, to be 100% with you, if you notice, there's been an ongoing, I noticed that this month for sure, and also last month, a lot of big name companies are actually putting brown people first in their commercials to give that image like, hey, look.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Right. So
yeah, I've been saying that too.
Right. So I kind of look at it like, don't get me wrong or whatever. I mean, I'm not necessarily saying it's the best presidency ever, you know what I'm saying? But it did involve some change in regards to the imagery of how Black people are viewed as a mass versus how before, we would be like, okay, yeah, the ghetto image. Like I always tell some people, I know, like I talked to you, Ebbtide King about the other day. I say our normal should not be normal. Like what we say is normal in our culture is not necessarily normal as a whole. So I'm glad that's finally changing. You know, saying like, you know, like say for example, I'm pretty much more sure Aunt could probably relate. Like, hey, at Brother Martin, being smart and black, it looked cool on paper, but it was like, you know, amongst your peers that looks like you, it was like, oh, well, you one of them. It's like, nah, I might be interested in science. I might be interested in history. You know, especially at St. Aug or whatever, I tell people all the time, it's like, hey, yeah, 01, 02, you know, we had levels to where they say, hey, you're smarter than, you know, another class, right? But I always just I find it kind of interesting that years later, those people who were considered in a lower class were probably more successful than the people that was in a higher class. But then again, or whatever, it's like, that's the reason why I also kind of say that probably going to a private school ain't not necessarily not as worth it as going to a public school. Coming out new, it's a drive afterwards. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm glad a lot of us are changing the narrative in regards to it, because to be honest with you, I always did say on the other side, they ain't not necessarily the most smartest people either. But of course, you know, we looked at that as like, hey, look, well, if it's right, it's right. Remember, we said that phrase, right? I mean, but now it's kind of like a situation where it's like, God, y'all fucked up just like us. You know what I'm saying? We can buy our own land, we can buy our own businesses. I mean, you know, we're supporting our money is circulating back into our community, which is great, because now it start to force other companies and also politics to kind of look at us and say, hey, well, they have money to
Actually
move.
respect it.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think nobody really respected it until recently.
Oh yeah. It's taking time and everything, but yeah, we still got a long ways. But like you said, trying to get the narrative of the black mind to really change and become more open-minded and not just settle for the black things we are used to. Just because it's black don't mean that's the best all the time, and just because it's white don't mean it's the best. I feel like we should just go along with what we just like. Bottom line, if it's some white shit that we like, fuck it. It's some white shit that we like.
Experience. Yeah.
Yeah, if it's some black shit that we like, then fuck it. It's some black stuff. It's okay to like both type of things. It's not like you trying to pick a side. You just like what you like and just live. And that's how we should be becoming more open-minded and live. It ain't like you trying to switch sides and become different. You just want to just live and just enjoy what you like. Like I said, I like being around. I like to be more in the white area because I like the amenities. I don't give a damn about the white people. I just like the shit they got around them.
Well, that's just the thing. Now that's being readjusted to where people start thinking about those same amenities in black areas too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. They finally starting to do that. Exactly.
Right. Or it's like for me, whatever. I was like this. I say I like Bob Dylan back in the day. People used to joke about that shit. I mean, I just thought he was just funny. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it was like, well, you know, how you gonna like, you know, that type of music? I'm just like, well, I can like it if I wanted to. I mean, it just, you know, whatever. So, I mean, I just think that now, you know, we're in a space where we can literally allow our kids to kind of just be who they want to be versus, you know, back in the 70s and 80s, you know, when we kind of grew up or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Where it was like, hey, look, if you got to like funk, you have to like soul, you have to like rap, you know, we got to like R&B. Well, what if you decide to say, hey, look, man, I like country? Back then, you know, people was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, say you like between like country. But country music is actually pretty good, you know what I'm saying? You know what? Tony don't have to watch Paid in Full, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that shit.
No, he gotta watch Paid in Full. I'm trying to slide that
Don't get him
in.
no
I'm
extra.
trying to get y'all.
He don't get no pass on that shit. He still gotta watch. Yeah.
He trying to slide that in real
I
quick.
like my cousins. My cousin was a Cabrini, but shoot, they was more into all the heavy metal movement back in the mid 80s and late 80s than anything else. They listen to no freaking R&B.
Shout out to Eddie Van Halen. Just passed away, R.I.P.
Yeah.
Yeah, Poison and Motley Crue. Like, they the ones, like, got me on that because when I used to go by their house, that was the only thing they was playing in there. And these two black chocolate ass was listening to this heavy metal shit. I'm looking at them like, what is your problem? But then, as I'm listening to it, like, damn, some of that shit is actually on point.
Jovi.
Bon Jovi, all of that. Like,
Stabbed in the heart.
Yeah, Def Leppard, you know.
Go ahead, Tony. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Guns N' Roses, you know, all of that, you know, so but then I like, oh, this shit is really not that freaking, it's on point. It's not bad.
What if you went to A with that shit, bumping that shit?
Nay,
I will tell you this. I will tell you this. So my brother, so for all those that know me and know my brother, any car that he had probably had, 10 to 15 speakers in there. So he always had a sound in his cars. He loved him some what is this group? Hootie and the Blowfish.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I can't do it, but he will come pick me up from school and be blasting Hootie and the Blowfish with the windows down. And I used to be like, oh my God.
I only want to be with you.
Yeah, all that. Like he probably still bumping that stuff. So like it's like I said, like what you like, but don't mean you gotta pick on a side one way or another. You just, adjust accordingly.
True, but you
Just because you're not a Hall of Famer don't mean you're trash, Robert Ory.
Pie.
Biggie like Hootie.
I can't do Hootie. I tried. He used to be at the house driving me crazy.
Hey, Biggie like Hootie?
Huh?
Hey, Biggie like Hootie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, he shot him out of one of his songs. I can't think the name of it.
You may be right too. I'm gonna go back and listen.
Because he said, blow like Hootie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you talking about
what was that? More Money, More Problems?
More money, more
More
problems.
Money, More Problems? Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly right.
Because I remember him. He saying the last goal he wants is to sing the hook on a rap song.
Mm-hmm.
He said he didn't sing. He did R&B. He did country. He did pop. Somebody put me on the hook, and I'm done.
Oh,
Hit all the points.
Well, he missed Nelly 10 years ago. He could have had that done. He should have
had that one.
Could have had that one. He should have hollered at Nelly 10 years ago.
All in my head.
Yeah, but so I guess I don't knock Ice Cube for talking to both sides at the end of the day. And he said they reached out to him. It's not like he went to them. So why would he not talk to him if they reached out to him?
I say if Ron Stallworth can infiltrate the KKK, this is lightweight for Ice Cube.
Right. And Ice Cube made a great point. He said, he said, when I went to school, they called me a sellout. When I didn't want to join the gangs, I was a sellout. When I left NWA, I was a sellout. So it's like when I went into movies, I was called a sellout. Every time he tries to do something, they've always tried to call him out. So this is nothing no different. But I'm like, I don't see how he's a sellout for talking to, but it's not about him just talking to 45 dumbass. He's talking to the whole administration. And he's talking to other Republicans that's gonna probably maybe still be in office.
But again, it goes back to the people that thinking that the president does everything. The president doesn't do everything on the checklist.
He's just a figurehead. The president is just a figurehead.
So, and that's what makes it even worse about the president, people looking up to him and seeing him do dumb shit and follow his suit.
And then with business, there's some things you're going to have to tolerate. And one of those things in some cases is racism. You're going to have to put up with that. How much of it are you willing to put up with?
Mm-hmm.
If you really pull back the layers on a lot of these companies, I mean, most of us would not be using cell phones or using these tablets.
Mm-hmm.
That's how some of these countries treat the people who make these products that we are ourselves broadcasting on. So, what are we going to tolerate?
Shoes, clothes, yeah.
Right.
I mean, that's a good point. Like you can really go through everything and nitpick something. There's some injustice being had to make something that we have of value. So, like I said, with Cube, man, I think, and people talking about he changed. He really hasn't changed. He's been the same dude he's always been. It's just that
he's just not willing to, he knows. I think he's come to the point. He know he just be wasting his damn time talking to damn black people because nobody don't be want to fucking listen.
No, people listen. It just, my thing is, I think Cube has a far-sighted vision that most people don't have. That it takes a special type of mindset to kind of understand, okay, so he do need to talk to Republicans and he need to talk to because technically, when you kind of look at big business as a whole, it ain't just one side. It ain't all Republicans as millionaires. It's Democrats are millionaires too. It's conservative.
Yeah.
Yep.
So my whole big thing is I think for Cuba or whatever, it's like he's like, hey, look, the black people and brown people as a whole is worth trillions of dollars. How much do you value this?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the conversation. So I think at the end of the day, I would just say it's racism is like a bottom bitch type theory. It's like, if you say you racist, that's bottom shit. But the real discrimination in regards to it is actually wealth. Like, wealth is like, hey, look, are you low class, middle class, or are you high class, whatever the case may be. And my thing is, conversation opportunities actually happen when you bring money to the table. You know what I mean? Because I think you realize
money
that
talks.
Yeah, money talks. Is like so from, I guess you want to say I learned that, I guess you want to say back in 2007. I just was like, hey, look, it's really a money situation, because literally or whatever, if you sit in a room and that person sees value in you, the value doesn't necessarily have to be money. Value can actually be tech. That value can be
knowledge,
idea, knowledge, or whatever. And literally, I think I literally would say in my lifetime, I had literally people I knew for sure that never would talk to me, but because I had a sense of value of education or know-how or what they know, then I can move in a room with them and they carry me along. So I think Q was doing the right thing, because we need OGs like him to kind of understand where we came from, right? So he's from Compton. I mean, yeah. But sometimes you got to be an example, because to be honest with you or whatever, it's 2020 and niggas still trying to get rap money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like, they understand the other side of business, because now, these same people who acquire wealth that way are now, investing in startups, they're investing in, technology, they're investing in, stocks and bonds and, trust, whatever. Like they just literally just sharing this information in the last 5 to 10 years, versus back when we was growing up or whatever, we was like, man, look, we put it out now, nigga, we blow, we get millions of dollars, you know what I'm saying? The cash money theory, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of good now that, we're in a space where we can change the narrative, because there's more of us as doctors, there's more of us as lawyers, there's more of us that's in politics, there's more of us, who have savings and interests and assets. So, I mean, Cube is forward thinking. And I think it's kind of funny, because you can look at Rihanna, she does the same thing. Nobody talks about her about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So they're mad at her because she don't put on no music.
But see, that's the thing. They want to keep you a nigga.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, she went and
well, that's the difference. I think is looking at it from 5,000 feet is like, I think in the past we've been looking at things at ground level and not looking at the bigger picture. So like you said, yeah, it's cool to put out an album and, I'm saying, you the neighborhood superstar or whatever. But like, why not have your own label? Why not invest in distributing? Why not invest in a studio, et cetera, to where you own something and have a bigger say, versus just saying, oh, I got my shit on the radio, or, I'm saying, oh, I'm able to buy the flyer shit. It's just, it's a bigger picture that people are seeing now. Yeah.
Yeah, the money is, and plus the money is way different now than how it used to be back in the days. And I mean, P, and I've always, P has always said this, and I've always had the same theory too. Just the way how American music is, you only get a 5-year run.
Yeah.
So you gotta make the best you can in that 5-year run, and then after that, dry up some. You still can make money, you can still tour, but you're not gonna make the same money you was making when you was hot in that 5-year run. So once you make the money you make in that 5-year run, then you gotta learn how to start invest. Like you said, what's gonna be your second act? Because now you gotta figure out what can now you market yourself into.
What's the next move?
Well, shout out to Rihanna. Hey, Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? Being on the Forbes list. You go ahead, boo, you big old forehead, bitch.
Yeah. Shit, like shit, look at Nas, Nas done,
Oh my God.
See? She transitioned well. Like he's right though. She got into this, she got into the makeup and all of that. And then now she coming into the lingerie side. So she capitalizing what she can. Nas has done this thing with the capital, the venture capital stuff.
Rihanna right now, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? She back on the lingerie and everything. You know what I'm saying? With big old forehead ass. You go ahead, girl.
Oh, man.
We're gonna let you have your ignorance on that one, nigga.
We're more Beyonce right now. Team Dawson, baby.
That's crazy too. She actually got more money than Beyonce now. That's crazy too.
On her own. You know what I'm saying?
This is true.
Drink brown liquor. I like it.
Yeah, well, yeah, we know. Yeah, we had spoke on that, but you and your brown liquor crew.
I get along with brown liquor chicks. Don't get mad about that.
Oh, I ain't mad. Hey, to each his own. Hey, you got good luck. I haven't, so I'm good.
Stay worthy or whatever. You know.
Shout out to Taylor Made. Shout out to Taylor.
Another brown liquor connoisseur.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
He pour a glass for her just cause.
Mm-hmm. So let's go down this foolery road. Raheem Goodell. So we talked about this. Is there room for comedy in the bedroom?
Fucking right, man. Look, I'm gonna tell you this. Now I'm gonna break it down to a near science or whatever, and I pretty much want to show each and every one of y'all probably did this at one point in y'all life. But yeah, I went to some chick house, right? Remember the old glass, you know, the dresser with the little glass in the middle, you know, the shit at the top. So
Yeah.
you stick up your house, you're putting in work or whatever. All of a sudden you look in the mirror and you be like, whoa, that go me. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden you start to kind of get a little creative because guess what? When you're creative or whatever, you do
Showtime.
It's showtime, whatever. So you see her struggle face. Shout out to Kerry Washington. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. You know, you see her struggle face or whatever. You just, I like literally. I want to start to say I heard it, but there have been cases where I'll be like, God damn, that bitch like she be destroyed right now, and it called me up to be the Super Saiyan I am today. You know what I'm saying? But I was like this. Anytime there was a mirror, I did some dumb shit. Now don't get me wrong. I think sometimes, like say for example, like there's probably some nasty shit, right? You doing the work or whatever. You hitting it from the back. You know, you knocking it out. She said, wait, and you're like, nah, I'm gonna give you all this dick, right? She pooped on you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, she probably like
That almost happened. I've had it almost.
But she
Thank God I have not experienced that one. I've been safe in these streets on that one.
Oh my God.
Like, she like, no, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Like what? Okay.
Or the one time, like, you know, like back in the day, and I say way back in the day.
Long time ago. Long time ago.
Before squirting was a thing or whatever, you know what I'm saying? This one chick squirted or whatever, and I just was like, bitch, you peed on me? Like, no. I was like, nah, fuck that shit. You know, I'm laughing like, nah, you nasty motherfucking ass you to go to that. 5 years later, next you know, it was like, oh, squirting is actually a thing. And it's like,
Yeah.
my bad. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my bad. You know?
Imagine to have to explain that to your housekeeping staff what squirting is on the mattress.
Wow, you had to do that?
Yeah, because they like, they always peed in the bed. So I was like, let me check this out. And you go in there.
See the splash?
Like,
see the splash rate?
You see the splash, man, like, oh, and they said they got the boards at the bottom too on the wall. Look at that. But I'm not smelling piss. I'm like, oh, they squirted.
It will only take Tony Love to break this foolery down.
Hey,
For him to see the
talent
big
of a talent of a young leader.
Yes.
They're like, what's squirting? Let me pull it up on my phone.
Wow. Exhibit A.
That's what they do.
I will say like this: if you laugh during sex, they'll remember that forever. There'll always be a joke between you out there.
That one girl, she made a face just like, you know, what's that? Hear no evil face, you know? She was just doing that on top of us, like, hey, turn around. It's like, oh, Lord. I can't see that.
Hey, I tell you this though. There was one time where I almost bust up laughing because, man, the noises. I mean, it was just unreal. Like,
yeah,
and loud, like really loud. Like, matter of fact, I remember really well. It was the same year Seattle upset the Saints in the playoffs. It was the same. It was actually during that game.
Damn.
It was during that game. And man, I did everything. I had to cover my mouth from not laughing. Lord, That's my foolery.
Beast Mode broke your heart, but then she made you laugh.
Mm-hmm. The gift and the curse.
Yeah.
Oh, nah. It was definitely a gift now.
Yeah, man. I think, like you said, that comedy, especially when it's a longer relationship, of course, the comedy shit, that's more, like you said, you can laugh more like, man, you seen that face you was making, nigga? Like, look in the mirror right quick. Like, that shit can work for, like, when you messing with somebody for a year or so, but you can't be having no jump off doing that shit.
Right.
Or like, say, for example, like you make a girl orgasm, she starts shaking. You feel like, what the fuck wrong with you?
What Eddie Murphy said, better shake your ass out of here. Whatever he said on Raw.
Oh, see, I guess that's the egotistical side of me. Cause once I see them shaking, I want to make them shake more. So I'm fucked up there, cause I'm trying to hit that spot again, cause I found that spot, and then if I see you shake on that spot, I become seek and destroy.
Mm-hmm.
Sean, I'm with you on that, bro.
Yes, that's where I stand on that one. But the joking stuff, I don't know. I'm detached on that one, man. I don't think I ain't trying to joke. I don't be remembering nobody I want to joke with. Like, I don't know.
Shadowy character.
He out there killing.
Lights always off.
He killing young Jedis and shit.
I'll be like, I'll be dead, like, serious, dude. Like, I'll be egotistical and stuff and everything. So I'll be like too serious in there to be trying to. I be on the mental games and shit. So I be on some diabolical shit.
You gotta balance it out. I mean, everybody has them moments. Like, I definitely had one where
you ain't there for her, she here for you. I ain't noticing what you looking like.
You know, head boy scratching. Once you see something like that, the ego definitely go to another level. But, you know, I guess you got to also play according to the person, because we all had the goof troop chick, you know what I'm saying? And then you also had a chick that's talking shit and whatever. But it's
See, that's the thing. I think that's my problem. I always had the ones that wanted to talk shit. Like, they thought they was gonna
come and wreck shop.
Yeah, they gonna pussy with me, but then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna show your ass. Nah, let's go and get this out of the way. And then
a little bit.
They was in turn, and I was like, okay, I've once again conquered and destroyed, and and here I go, thief in the night. I'm gone.
So you never laugh as you conquer.
Well, yeah,
laughed a couple times.
The
he probably got the laugh. What's your boy name on
the
Gadget?
Yeah.
Right.
Fucking with the cat and the fucking claw, whatever his name was. The fucking
Dr. Claw.
Yeah. Dr. Claw, yeah.
That pussy like Clarice.
5 beans.
Yeah. Now they'll see that they'll see that smirk on my face afterwards, you know. I'm like, oh hey, I thought I couldn't do nothing. And they're like, oh, don't start your shit. That's why I get that infamous Tony Love, oh, I can't stand this cocky ass nigga.
Won't he shut up?
How dare you back up your shit?
So I'll get underestimated. Like, I can't back up no shit. Then when I do it, then that's more of my egotistical side of laughter. Of like, especially the ones that get the snowing and shit. Oh no, that's why I get my laugh on. Like, I put their ass to fucking sleep. Now that's where shit is wonderful.
Everybody go night night, nigga.
Exactly.
Have that, Sean, with a white girl. That's what she's looking for.
Here you go.
On that note, we're gonna take a quick break and we'll come back with our last segment close out. Trying to set my man up.
Right.
Cold blood.
Oh.
Ain't gonna happen.
Well, I know for sure I got a Minnesota love. She knows it.
Yep.
All right. In our final segment, as always, we're gonna go over to Tony Love. What have we learned this episode?
Number one, it is a red flag if a man has more or better shoes than a woman. Number two, I have more faith in the the Titans than Batman does. Number 3, not all Hall of Fames are created equal. Number 4, Houston Rockets are going to be bad for a while. And number 5, Rihanna is a big forehead bitch for not putting out some more music.
Wow. Oh, man.
Well,
Like
it's
that big forehead bitch.
Man, cold.
It's cold as
No
ice.
love at all.
Big forehead bitch.
Y'all crazy.
I knew this dude was going. I knew 2011 was going to run. This nigga having this shaking movement, boy. That nigga can't stop laughing on this one, boy. That nigga like with, oh man.
That's not that. So I'm sorry. That's the liquor, bro. That's
I know that's part of liquor though too, but Raheem Goodell was so passionate by it when he said the shit. You couldn't help but that I crack up laughing at that one though.
She got good credit. I mean, I love the big old forehead bitch ass. I thought that shit.
Oh, man.
boy, you and twin, bitch. Forehead bitch.
Biatch.
Oh, for podcast purposes, I don't say that quite often. But if you guys, if I'm excited about you or whatever, yes, it will come out.
Raheem Goodell, since you already have the floor.
December's gonna be popping. Y'all get ready. I think we should have a good podcast that Sunday once everybody gets home. So expect that to come about. I would say, like, good thing about 2020, we all made it to the holidays. So definitely connected and reaching out more. And I reached out to Ed this weekend, so he's doing well. So make sure the mental health of everybody is actually okay.
And shout out to Ed, their anniversary is tomorrow.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, shout out to Twin on his crawfish ball. I heard he did very well. Next time, nigga, you count your fucking money before you start celebrating.
Man, which I sold out, bro. I kind of pretty much knew what I did.
And you give my girlfriend a little piece of that or whatever, just to make sure she's happy next time I see her FaceTime.
I'm pissed at her right now.
Fuck you, girl. This is just ain't the translator right there. I'm pissed with her right now.
Yeah.
And I would say wintertime is a time that you'll find out who can really dress. So women, if you're out here slacking, wintertime will tell, because we can tell if your shit came from Fashion Nova and it's trash.
You always did say that. You always was a big wintertime is the true time for fashion.
Yeah, it really is though. No, it really is.
Yeah.
No, it really is. This is where you're gonna see who know how to put some stuff together though. No, I've always been a firm believer that also.
I mean, yeah,
Because
spring and summer, all you gotta do is show skin.
that's what I was about to say. All you gotta do is show skin, and everything gets a pass. But in the wintertime, you actually gotta put together an ensemble and be on point with the shit. That's a good point. You always did say that, so you definitely been very consistent with that shit. So we was in our college.
So this is my dressing time of the year here. So that's why I'm like, I'm good to go. Like, I'm ready.
And wintertime for me, it lets me know if you're wearing tights and it's 20 degrees below outside or whatever, something fucking wrong. I've always been a firm believer in, like, wintertime, don't wear tights, wear some jeans, dress up, be sexy. You can be sexy with clothes on. You know what I'm saying? Like Rihanna or whatever.
Very true.
Big forehead ass, bitch ass. But wintertime for me is always the thing of, hey, you're my single days. I'll say like this. My single days, I literally would judge you based on wintertime. So,
like you said, instead of putting some tights on, you can do some other pants or something like that to.
Yeah, especially the jeans, sweaters. It's ways. If you're gonna wear the tights, at least you wear the tights and you got like a nice skirt on. with it or
Yeah.
something like that. Hence they make it more of a appealing look that way and stuff like that. So it's a skill set to doing that when it comes to dressing.
Creativity.
Exactly.
And
Coordinate.
October
Coordinate.
is,
Bam.
October and November is Tattoo on Titty Meet Awareness Month. So amongst the we're gonna come with the list.
2 whole months. Wait a minute.
Because these are actually the 2 months that I ain't gonna lie. I think these are the 2 months where I think the most chicks have tattoos on their titty meat.
Libras and Scorpios.
Yeah. And I'll
Okay.
add Cancers and Geminis to that list too.
Cancers are slot.
Definitely Geminis.
Gemini.
Definitely Geminis. You all right over there, too?
So cancers are sloppy.
Cancers are
Oh, my God.
conservative about that shit. So they won't do that shit. Gemini, yes.
Yeah.
Aquarius women, yes.
I don't know too many curl. I'll take that back. Hold that. Ooh,
I know two.
whoa, wait, let me reel that back. Yeah, how about to me reel that back? My bad. Yeah, I thought 3 ran across my head. ASAP. I was like, God damn. Yep. Yeah. Aquarius definitely.
I know 2, and the 2, one Raheem, and then the other. Well, you know both of them, matter of fact, and they don't have the tattoos, but.
Oh, no name dropping podcast, Secrecy Code.
Yeah. So, but you know both of them very well. But yeah, I mean, y'all big with the signs and shit. Like I ain't that deep into it as far as the personalities and like I'm surrounded by Aries. I'm surrounded by Aries between both my parents, both my kids, mothers.
I look at it for more personality traits wise, but not for compatibility. I don't believe in the compatibility of it.
Well, I do.
Yeah, you always pushing that shit.
Yeah,
That's the first thing you ask.
I'm a firm believer of that.
Well, technically, here's a little tidbit. My first one was Aquarius.
Yeah, Aquarius and Cancers don't mix at all. Run, goddamn, fucking run.
He was cool. He was tattooed on titty. Well, is she a tattoo on titty meat? No.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes.
I mean, kind of.
Well, she got tattooed.
You should know better than me, fool.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say nothing. You chimed in fast.
Yeah, like, exactly.
You know what? Out of all people, he would know the most since I've been double dating and shit.
Is there a train y'all didn't mention?
Oh god damn. But yeah.
No comment. No, oh man. Ebbtide King, what you got?
Mine's pretty short this week. As one of the main things, as we can see, Raheem Goodell is trying to set me up for my downfall, trying to hook me up through cuffing season and shit. I don't know what the hell wrong with him with that foolery.
Jordans, bro. That's up your alley.
I'm good.
Why do you want him to be miserable like the rest of us?
Exactly. I'm fine.
Why?
Like I've been embracing the single life to the fullest now.
That is one thing I will say about me. I will literally bring the people I love to the place I have to complain about it. So stay married, stay together, and go. You pick one, either Gumby or white girl.
Yeah, I ain't gonna be neither of them. I can tell you that. I'm gonna be a whole nother state. I told you, fuck Texas, nigga. I'm out.
We'll be back for the event.
Yeah, I'll come back for the event, but and I'm right on back on that plane as soon as possible.
Midnight train to Georgia.
Yes. So then I've noticed I have another red flag in my life here with my shoe game. This is very
You building up these red flags, man.
Hey man, you know what? Then I think it's pretty good then. I like these but my red flags is actually legitimate. At least I'm a man with style.
Some girl gonna make him get rid of some shoes.
Shit.
Yeah,
right.
To make room.
I can see that argument.
Ain't gonna be no argument. I don't just say you better go find you another closet.
And she gonna make valid points. These joints is fucking 15 years old. Ain't nobody wearing this.
You see how clean and brand new these bad boys looking? Hey, none of my shoes looking sloppy. Ain't none of my shoes on a slant. These bad boys is all legit. Once my shoes go on a slant, they gone, and that's what I have to replace it ASAP.
Oh man.
And I think that's pretty much it. This time, that's the best that I've learned. You know, poor Rihanna. That's all I can say on that.
Boy, bitch.
That's all I can say is poor Rihanna, and I'm good to go.
Twin, what you got?
I'm gonna keep it short and sweet like Rashawn. I think everything we talked about today remind me of a quote from one of my favorite movies, Training Day. It's all about smiles and cries. So
Yeah.
gotta keep smiling. Keep smiling and hide those cries, baby. So
And congratulations on your boy.
oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate
Congrats,
it.
man.
Yeah, man.
Definitely.
I appreciate it.
When's the next one?
Actually, working on one February in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Okay.
It's a golf bar. It's like I'll send the link. I'll send the YouTube link. It's a really nice bar. It's an indoor golf bar.
Kind of like Top Golf, like we got out here
Yeah.
in Atlanta.
Yeah,
But they're coming out with some more indoor ones now.
yeah, it's really
Okay.
nice. Yeah.
There's a couple of them around in my area.
Okay.
Yeah, Top Golf
I'll
is off the chain, so I'm pretty sure that's even better. Because every time I've been to Top Golf, it's been in the wintertime. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's been a horrible idea.
I know. I like that. It's a wise thing to be doing there.
It was like for people's birthdays and stuff like that, so I guess
Yeah.
the timing of it. But I love Top Golf. Like it's definitely a good time. Like they got one in Baton Rouge. I think Baton Rouge.
Yeah, Baton Rouge.
Back home. So
Yeah, I think they're trying to put one up in Metairie.
Yeah, because I know they built a Buffalo Wild Wings in Metairie. They got one in Baton Rouge, so I think they're just trying to expand beyond the normal stuff we've always had in the New Orleans area. So,
And my last thing is no laughing in the bedroom.
no laughing in the bedroom. I
No
respect
laughing in the
it.
bedroom.
You got to play to your audience, though. You know what
I
I'm
hear
saying?
that.
Like,
That's
You know what
so
I'm
true.
You see that face, you laughing. Oh, it's fun.
I'm be honest. I'm be like, time out. Wait, time out. Time the fuck out. Bitch, do you see yourself? Damn.
oh,
Whew.
Turn around.
like I've definitely dated some females that's actually real deal funny. So like some shit is just you can't avoid it. But like you said, you gotta play to the audience, man.
This
There you
is
go.
true.
Gotta play to the audience. For me, same thing, short and sweet. Two things, sports wise. I ain't putting too much on my Titans. Like I said, I'm still happy with 10, 11 wins. I'm gonna stick to that. I ain't gonna get my hopes too high.
14.
I give him 12.
It's too much pressure, man. My heart can't handle it. Cause especially with the next thing I'm about to say. If my Knicks trade for Harden or Russell Westbrook, I'm done.
Oh shit! He said he's gonna jump ship.
I'm official. Like I'm done. I'm gonna be a nomad. I'm just gonna follow players and keep it at that. But if we make a ridiculous trade, like I'll put it like that. If it's like a ridiculous trade, like giving up Mitchell Robinson or giving away like too many picks and shit like that, if we trade for Westbrook or Harden, I can't do it no more. I'm gonna take Tony Love advice and save on blood pressure medicine and just move on, man.
Yeah.
Is live a long, healthy life.
What if they start winning?
I can't watch Harden dribble for 30 seconds. I know it's only a 24-second shot clock, but he's gonna be dribbling for 30
Well, that's how it
seconds.
feels. That's how it fucking feels, though. That's why I can't watch. That's why I do not like him. It's like I'm just not a fan of Harden. That shit irks the hell out of me that he'll just do that dribble all that damn time and then go take a shot or go to the goal. Like that shit just irks the hell out of me.
That's that burger.
So
So
Westbrook is not the issue of how he plays. It's just the fact of his contract and how much we'll have to give up for him. So that's that's on him. So yeah, if that happens, the Knicks jersey's got to go.
wow. Okay.
So
I can understand it.
But that's all I got. So next week we scheduled to have a special guest. That should be entertaining. More to come on that. Make sure you like, comment, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. Raheem Goodell got something to say. I can see it in his eyes.
Chilling.
You chilling?
You big head.
Boy, bitch.
All right, good episode, fellas. We'll be back next week,
All right.
and hopefully Rihanna don't press no charges.
Exactly.
Cease and desist.
Right.
Less than Chris Brown anyway, so what's the problem?
Wow.
Catch y'all next week.
All right,
How
thanks.
you catch a fade in a Lambo, girl? Big boy.
Oh shit.